This is a call from and paid for by a detainee at Stewart Detention Center. This call is subject to recording and monitoring.
My name is Victor Portas, and I am right now calling from Stewart Detention Center here in Georgia. We have the word from the people in the kitchen, like the units, they refuse to eat the food on Saturday, and it came as a spontaneous reaction of the majority of them. After we hear that, we started having conversations in between us here, and we decided that we were going to start doing the same thing. So the same day, the units in the section 6, A, B, and C decided to start bringing the food to. In our section, there is at least, I would say, close to 300 people that were meeting, right? And then, plus the other sections and the other units, I would say, probably more than 500, close to 700, close to 800. There is a lot of people detained in this facility, by the way, and this is the ones that we know that were refusing to eat the food during those days, We were eating food from Saturday and Sunday, and that's what I want to clarify. It was Saturday and Sunday, and then we have the word from the warden that they're going to be speaking with us on Monday. So by consensus, we decided to start eating the food and give them a period of grace. We're asking right now for the food menu to improve. We're asking for the real products and ingredients that is in the menu, the real dishes. We're asking for fresh products. We're asking for more fruits and vegetables. We're asking for real meat, for more milk and eggs, for all things are necessary for us to feed ourselves and to be healthy. But this is what we're asking in this time so far, but there is a lot of conversations about talking about the long periods of time that people are waiting for go to court, people that want to get deported, that want to get the process faster, so they don't have to be waiting here long periods of time. We're talking about improvements in the medical attention, the dental attention that we have, instead for us to waiting for so long, we should be able to have the medical attention that we need as soon as possible when we're having some issues. We're asking in general to be treated with respect and dignity, and that is mean for these people to be mindful and aware of all the things that are happening in this detention center. There is many cases of really horrible violations of the rights of people. That is multiple cases of sexual abuse, multiple cases of forced sterilization. I hear that people have died in this facility, and this facility and the corporation that run this facility needs to be accountable for that. We already talked to one of the people in charge. They give us their word that the food situation is going to improve. They're going to listen to our demands. We give them a list of foods and changes that we want to see on the menu and in general, for the meals. So they're asking us to give us some time. So we're all agreed that we're going to wait and see if the food is improving in any ways, and then after that, we're going to, again, in consensus, decide what we're going to do. Through the time that I have been here, there has been, moments of, detainees refusing to eat food, sometimes in, just one or two or three people, sometimes more than that, sometimes a whole units and sections. So this is happening, over the time that I have been detaining him, and it's still happening, and I'm pretty sure, the situation doesn't change with the food, it's going to keep happening. We want people outside, we want our families, we want our loved ones, we want our lawyers, we want our friends. People are fighting for the rights of migrant and refugee people. People are fighting for the rights of prisoners to keep calling and calling. No matter what, demanding that this facility and the corporation and that they give us better food, that they give us the proper food that we need, that they give us fresh products, and not to retaliate or punish any inmate for expressing their demands and their grievances.